Hey, what's up, guys? This is Izix. This week's topic is talking about whether or not our Halloween costumes gave clue to us being trans. And when I say Halloween costumes, I mean Halloween costumes as a kid. That it gave clue to us being trans later on in life, as an adult, as a teen, or whenever you came to terms with it. Me personally, Halloween costumes did not give any clue to anything because I didn't get to get them. Um, Grew up Southern Baptist. My mom didn't celebrate it. She doesn't believe in Halloween. She thinks it's the devil's day. So, this is her wording, not mine. I never got to really do Halloween until later in life, and I love the holiday. And I think it's more to do with the fact that I couldn't celebrate as a kid, so now I'm able to. And if I was able to get Halloween costumes back then, chances are I would have been a little chubby Power Ranger running around because I was obsessed with them as a kid. Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles were like my favorite characters back then, and that's probably what I would have been, which would have given insight to me being trans. Um, Now, as far as the way I used to dress back then, yeah, that would have given clue to me being trans, which was always a struggle for me because I couldn't come to terms with it back then, and that was a lot to do with being brought up in a religious background. Just because anything you felt good about, they brought a Bible verse to you, or wanted to pray for you, or drag you to church. So that was always a struggle for me, which is why I kind of came out way later in life than most people. I did not come to terms with being trans until my late 20s. So, um, I used to, as a child, want to be shirtless, and I still do that now, but I haven't had surgery yet. Surgery is not too far off now. I'm just trying to come up with the last bit of the funds to get that done. I have it set up for January. Um, but I used to like to be shirtless. I grew up with two male best friends, and we're all a year apart. So I'm the youngest one. I have one friend that's a year older, and that's my late friend. He's passed away now. And then we had another friend that was a year older than him. So growing up with them, like any little boy fix I needed, like if I wanted to play with the Power Ranger toy that I never got to get back then, chances are one of them had it, so I got to play with it that way. Um, Video game systems, the ones I didn't have, they had, so I got to play theirs, you know? And it's just, that's where I got my little boy memories from, was hanging out with them. But I never actually got like my own boy stuff. So now as an adult, I feel kind of weird because I buy myself toys, and I think it has a lot to do with being neglected that right as a child. You know, like I have random action figures scattered around my house, and that has a lot to do with just not being able to get them back then. You know, but my mom had hell keeping shirts on me. I did not understand why I couldn't be shirtless like they were, and why I couldn't run around without a shirt on. But once I started hitting like puberty age and she was forcing me to wear shirts, I eventually came to terms with it that I had to wear a shirt. But that was something she had hell doing. Um, Used to be obsessed with Elvis as a kid, so I used to like slick the hair back that I could slick back because everything else was longer until I was like freshman. A freshman was the first time I was able to cut my hair. My father was like real strict on it. I had hair down to like my butt, could not cut it. He would only allow us to cut like an inch off at a time, and that was it. I was not allowed to cut more than that. That was just for split ends. So I used to slick back like this whole front part and make it look like Elvis, and that was like the only like little fix I could get to present as male because the hair made it impossible. My mom forced me into dresses and like big old hair bows made it impossible. But what I had some control over to present as male or to like get me that little boy fix back then, I did. I did what I could get away with and what they never really caught on to. But my friends knew that I was a tomboy, and I always got told that. So, excuse that phone ringing in the background. I always got told that growing up, so I just kind of came to terms with that. But let me go ahead and wrap this video up, guys, because I have to get back to work, and I'll see y'all next week.